What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the One More Rep podcast. I'm your host. My name is Joseph Percher. As always, this episode is brought to you by NutriBio Supplements, Crystals Bikinis, and BioLongevity Labs. Today, I'm joined by the boys again, Josh Jefferson, Austin Brown. We're doing this as a quick night before, day before, 24 hours out from the Tampa Pro. I feel like maybe I've said this before doing a different show preview, but I feel like this on paper looks like maybe the most stacked non-Arnold or Olympia lineup that I can remember seeing, like the most stacked regular season show that I remember seeing. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think I agree. I mean, it's I say that because I think there's so many ways it could go, right? Just
And
depending.
there's just tons of depth. Like I think it's not stacked in the sense that there's the high end talent. We're not none of the top five are represented there. And no one that's necessarily going to be in the mix for the top five at the Olympia. But man, there's probably 9 guys that could win this show and deserve to be at the Olympia.
There's so many guys in this lineup that in 2, 3, 4 years that are going to be in that position, right? Like it's like a up and comers like potential show almost, right? Outside of a couple guys that are a little more,
Man, and
you know,
there's plenty of guys that have been to the Olympia in this lineup that have won shows, been to the Olympia.
yeah, yeah, 100%. No, I'm excited for it. And there's plenty of guys I'm not super familiar with, but
Right. Yeah.
but we pretty much know kind of who's going to be in that, top 5 to 10, 8 to 10 range for sure.
So what do you guys want? Do you guys want to eventually get to doing some placements, but let's talk about some of the guys first. Like Josh, who are you excited to see?
I'm excited to see two people on this list, mainly because I think that I just can't wait to see how they line up against other people. So Lionel, just because no one's seen him and he's could, there's the potential of him being great, right? I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm willing to put a $10 bet on it just to say fuck it, but like I don't think he's actually gonna do anything. And then the other one is Young Long Pin. And I don't know if you guys saw him, but those quads are absolutely nuts.
Crazy.
And
Yeah.
like because of that, like we were talking about it before a little bit, like you're a legs and back guy. If I see a mean set of wheels on somebody, like they are automatically my eye is going to be drawn to him. So like I'm pretty sure he's pretty short because he was 212. Um, so I'm just excited to kind of see what he looks like next to the other guys, just because of how gigantic his quads are. Um,
Yeah.
and then lastly, I would say Stu Sutherland, just because like I'm a big Blue Taylor fan.
Mm,
I love watching the freaks. Like you go to
yeah.
open bodybuilding for the circus and he pumps out the circus. So
Yeah.
yeah, those are my
Austin, who
three
are you
guys.
excited to see? Who stands out to you?
I'm most excited to see Shire back on stage just because he took the hiatus last year, and
Yeah.
he's a bit of a Phil Heath physique, right? Where the body weight's not crazy high, but it's appears massive, and he's so bubbly in certain ways. He's got the beautiful waistline. He's going to pose really well, and new coach this year, so just saw like a lot of variables going into his comeback. He's somebody who I really like to follow along with. I think he's like very even keeled. I love his training style. I love kind of a lot of his approach to the sport in general. And I think he does, from what he's shown, he has, shown us a lot of stuff, but the back is kind of the question mark, right, with him.
Always. Yep.
Yeah, so I know he's put a lot of stock into improving that. He hasn't really showed that side of his physique. So, but yeah, I think when he won Chicago, I don't think he was like, I don't think he nailed it by any means, right? But because he has such a he's his potential so good, it was enough. And I'm curious how much better he's going to be, now versus a couple years back. So he's probably who I'm most excited to see. Yeah.
I'll say a couple of things about the Chicago. I think both the lighting and backdrop were piss poor at that show. And it also, I think the tans were quite poor, like muddy looking as well. So I don't know that anyone really looked great. I am also excited to see him return because he is someone that has proven when he does take time away, it's not just him stepping away from the sport, it's him taking time to improve. He's shown that. He's put that on paper that it is productive time away. So, like you said, if the back is improved, even in a big lineup, I kind of have him as a front runner or leader in the clubhouse on paper. Um, John De La Rosa won Tampa last year, and funny enough, that was who Justin beat in Chicago at his pro debut. So bodybuilding math, I have Justin ahead of John. John also shared some photos, and I'm not totally sure that it's looking as good as we've seen.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
I wasn't impressed either. He's hairy and not tanned, so we'll see if they pull it together. Also, he's with Patrick Tor, so if anyone can pull a rabbit, it's Patrick's one of the guys that can. In terms of just like being a fan of bodybuilding, the guys that I am most looking forward to seeing, it does intrigue me that Lionel is coming back because like he's got the ultimate ace card of being the most genetically gifted specimen like
Ever.
out of the group. You know what I mean? Like if he were to just bring conditioning, he would win the show and go back to the Olympia. I'm not expecting anything from him because we've basically never seen him look even inside of 4 weeks out conditioning wise on stage. So not expecting much. But I'll list three guys, and it's interestingly enough, they're all from north of the border. So Quentin intrigues me as a fan, seeing him come back, self-coached. And I had expected that he might overcorrect what was done last year and worry too much about his fullness and not bring conditioning. But then he's posted some rear photos and his glutes are in. I still think, you know, for as enormous and bubbly as he is, I still think he looks a little slight, but it will be cool to see, especially I have VIP. I think I'm in like row 3 with Kels. So it's going to be cool to see. And that is what's playing into who I'm about to list as to why I'm excited. Because seeing those big freaks in person are just, it's different. So Quentin, Morgan McDonald, I'm excited to see. Not necessarily looking like he's going to be like a top contender. But again, this is a guy that's 6'2" and 300 pounds. And then Justin, I'm going to butcher his last name, Savoy, maybe. Again, Canadian, 6'1" plus and like 300 pounds. And he looks to be sliced out of his head as well at 300 pounds. So I'm excited to see all those guys. And then a big honorable mention, again, I don't know placing wise where he's going to be. I believe he was like tied for 16th in his debut last year. But being a Compton guy, I'm a big Joe Palacios fan. A lot of what I've done bodybuilding wise the last 2 years has been inspired by the way that he approaches things. Like the perfect rebound idea, I got completely from him because he's morphed himself like 2 or 3 times doing it. So he looks insane and much approved again. I know Compton's going to be at the show, so I expect him to be on the money for what he has. And then, you know, there's a bunch of guys like you had talked about up and comers. I would not be surprised at all if Sunday we are talking about Jordan Hutchinson winning the show and going to the Olympia. I would not be surprised if I would not be surprised to hear if Justin won, if John won, if Jordan won. I would not be surprised if
Patrick Moore.
I wouldn't be surprised if Patrick Moore was in the top 3 if he was just exceptionally conditioned. I would not be surprised after seeing him in person last year at Tampa and him, I think he was second last year or third. I would not be surprised if Amir won the show. If he fixed his posing, he's big and crazy hard. It just looks like he's so muscle bound, he struggles to pose, especially I remember seeing last year, I did the amateur portion of Tampa. So finals went up for the pros, and then we were just standing backstage waiting to go up. And Tyler Mannion had come backstage and was working with Amir on how to hit his back double because he's so muscle bound, he can't rotate back. So if he fixed any of that, he could be up there. I mean, Bruno is a guy that's won a show and been to the Olympia. John Jewett has won a show and gone to the Olympia. So, man, just a big, big, deep lineup of guys that could do well.
What
Man,
if instead of placings, we just say the guys that we think are in the top 10 and then where we feel like they're placing afterwards is just narrow the list a little bit.
Okay. Even top 10 feels like a lot. We could just do a top 5.
I'm game for a top 5.
Top 5 and then honorable mentions of guys that you might think look good that just don't fit there, or yeah, you guys go ahead. Top 5.
My top 5 changed a little bit.
Okay.
let it rip.
I have Jordan winning, Jordan Hutchinson winning.
Okay.
After that, Justin Shire, Quint, and then I had Patrick Moore in 4th and Stu Sutherland in 5th. And I feel like
I forgot about Stu. Fuck.
Patrick
Crazy.
and Quint are similar in the like maybe a little bit slight, but just a crazy shape and crazy roundness. So I feel like they'll place next to each other no matter what.
Quint's 3 inches and 30 pounds bigger, though. Patrick Moore is not a big person.
Small.
Patrick Moore, I thought was 6 foot.
He's a small person.
Oh,
He's 230 pounds on stage.
See, I thought he was 6 foot, and I thought Quint
No.
was around 6'1". So,
No.
okay, so that might change that opinion when I see them next to each other. But I don't think John De La Rosa is going to make top 5 based off of those pictures. Emir, I feel like I saw
love
Emir,
it. I
I saw
love it.
Emir at the New York Pro, I think last year, if I'm right. And same thing, his posing was just not there to turn around and knock it out. Morgan McDonald, I feel like is a wild card because he kind of reminds me of the guy from the UK who is gigantic, Nathan Styles, where they're just massive, massive dudes, and they could kind of outmuscle you from the fact of how big they are, but like something to be desired there. Jewett doesn't make top 5 for me just because something about him against this lineup just doesn't feel right.
There's a lot of big guys. There's a lot of big, tall guys.
But there's also a lot of shape.
Yeah.
Like Justin Shire's a shape guy. Quint's a shape guy. Like he does not have the shape to keep up with them, with those guys.
No.
And they're also just as big, if not bigger.
Well, they're bigger too.
What was he at the Olympia? I mean, he was top 10.
John was?
I thought he was 11th.
11. Yeah, I mean, he was right there.
But it was a little bit different up in Olympia this past year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That's my top 5. One more time on the top 5.
Hutch, Shire,
Quint,
Stu,
Patrick Moore, and then Stu.
Okay.
I would love to put Young Lung Pin in there, but that's just a personal preference more than anything.
You love that long pin.
If it was a show from the front, yep. He's
yeah.
5. He turns around, it's gonna be bad time.
I think his quad is just going to be something spectacular.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. I mean, he's bringing them, you know.
No, he's
all right, Austin.
Okay. Well, this is so hard because this lineup
is tough.
Just vastly different in so many ways. Like there's different buckets that these guys fall in between freaky and hard and shapely and aesthetic, and it's just like, well, how are they going to judge it, you know? But
like I almost try to think about a final call out with whoever the top 2 is, and it's probably going to be someone that's enormous compared to someone that's short and shapely. Like
it's weird. It's like every type of bodybuilder is in this lineup, you know? Okay, top 5. Man, it's like this could be so off, but so accurate too. No particular order here. I can maybe talk order after I spew it out, but
no, you have to give the order. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So man, top 2, I've got Hutchinson and Amir. Boom. 1, 2. Okay. So how I think those will go, I think I have Jordan winning as well.
Yeah.
Yep. He just gets marginally better each time. And
I would say he gets pretty dramatically better every time.
well, sorry, marginally was a terrible word. Exponentially better.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pure. I'm in pure adrenal fatigue right now. It's okay.
I also think Tuttle, when he puts out like the pictures leading up to it, is exactly what you're going to see on stage.
Yep.
Not
it's
some drastic, crazy peak that you're going to
Jordan
see.
shows
Tuttle's been
everything.
on the money, dude.
He's
The
killing
past
it.
couple of years, he really changed his game.
Absolutely killing it. He brings guys big and shredded.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got those two, man. I'm gonna put Shire 3, John 4, and Q 5.
Okay.
That's what I've
You
got.
said John, you're saying De La Rosa?
No, Jewett.
Jewett. What
I
where did you have
already
him? Third?
Fourth.
4.
Okay. All right.
Shire in front of him. Kind of my next group that could slide in there, but like some just guys that'll be like knocking on that door will be Sutherland, um, Bruno, De La Rosa. I think Moore is going to look bad. I think Lionel's going to look bad. The young Lung Ping guy, I think he's going to get exposed from the back. Who am I missing? But those three are kind of my tight middle of second call out guys: Stu, De La Rosa, and Bruno.
Am
Okay.
I wrong, or was Anthony Gel top five at Detroit?
I don't even know what that is.
I gotta look him up.
You
Maybe.
writing these down? You writing Josh's down too?
No, but I can't.
Oh, I thought you were doing. I thought that's what you were doing.
It's so deep. I'm like trying to organize my analysis here because it's just so many good guys, man.
All right. I'm gonna say that Shire and Hutchinson are the top two. I think Shire's gonna win.
Cool. I like it.
I have Hutch second. I think Quint and Amir will be 3 and 4.
Oh, I like that.
Q3.
Q3, Amir 4.
Okay.
And then I think Stu is 5.
Okay.
I could see Jewett being 6th. I'm predicting a fall from grace for De La Rosa as well. I don't see him sniffing the top 6.
Yeah, man. I don't think the size is gone. He's brought good conditioning the last couple times, like good for him, not like Hutchinson
Right,
conditioning, right?
right, right.
And he never will.
No,
It's just not his physique
that's
type.
not his game. And you know what? Like anytime that John's in a show and you know that Steve's the head judge, you almost have to start playing this game where it's like that's one of Steve's boys. Like I didn't think that he should have won Tampa last year. I was blown away that he won Tampa last year from 10 feet away. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Couldn't believe it. I thought Jordan could have won last year, quite frankly.
That's when I think that was his best, right? He came in
Him, and then I think he did Texas, and he was good too. I mean, it's like you said, he's pretty consistent. Like he looks ready at 3 weeks out every time he competes, and then that's pretty much how he looks on stage.
he usually eats into it and looks even nastier.
Yeah,
He just
yeah,
comes. He almost has like a peak month, right? Which is
yeah,
the ideal scenario, and they
yeah.
manage it so well. Yeah,
I'm hoping that is a optimistic call for Quint to be third. I'd like to see him start to like because if not, like this is just what another year that we're talking about his potential instead of him actually being good on stage. Like, bro, he has
all of
like
it.
Ronnie Coleman goods.
All of it. Yeah, I think he's the
So
biggest swing guy here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we know what we're getting from Jordan and Justin. I think we know for sure what we're getting from Amir. And we know what we're getting from Stu. Stu's always ready at 4 weeks out and then drifting into the show as well. So we'll see with Quint. I would hope that he has brought Dorian in to finish the job here at the end, even though that he did most of the prep by himself, I guess. I think it just would make sense because Dorian's got a couple other guys. I think maybe Dorian's here for the show. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. Should be a good one.
My only thing with Quint that scares me is he almost ran his prep intuitively to where I don't when you look at the pictures that he was posting, he almost looked kind of the same for a couple weeks in a row. Um, and he didn't look like he got like bone dry peeled at any point.
He's not.
Almost
Does
like
that
he's
does that
almost a Wheeler physique, right?
Yeah.
And it's
does
like
that
how
get him top five in this one is my question. I think it does. But it's
I
not.
think he's in shape. He's not peeled.
he's in shape. What's he gonna, if he's running his own thing, he's a young guy, what's he gonna try with this peak, right?
I know. I know.
You
It
know,
does seem like he's a little like he hears the outside noise. He's a little volatile up and down. Like he knows what people are saying online. Like, yeah, it makes you wonder. That's why I had mentioned like bringing Dorian in and just letting him finish it off at the end here.
would have been
Um,
smart.
we'll see. Yeah, I'm excited to see those big Canadian guys up there on stage because they're gonna make a lot of people look very small.
That's the thing, is all of these guys by themselves are champions.
Yeah,
All these guys we've talked about, I would I would make that argument against Patrick Moore. I'm just not like a huge like fan of his physique, but
me either.
yeah, I think everybody else we've talked about can win a show. Um, it's
Yeah,
just how are they going to look in the lineup? And like Jewett's so good, but like he is the outlier here from like he's going to be the tree stump freak in this
right.
lineup versus a lot of really pretty shapely guys. Is he going to nail the peak? Probably. Yeah, he's going to be.
Yeah, he does things. He looked how you know what he looked Tuesday morning the way that he's going to look on stage. Like the
That's it.
way that he does things, he just walks it right in. You know what I mean?
That's
So
it.
there's not going to be anything. It's going to look exactly as it looks on Instagram, how it always looks, how it looked in Vancouver, how it looked at the Olympia. He's diced. He's diced and grainy. He's got a lot of muscle on certain body parts. But like you said, he's 5'5" and he's a stumpy looking physique. Even he's done well with his midsection, I think, like trying to make it look vacuumed in some shots, but it's stumpy looking. You know what I mean?
It's still a weak point, and he's put so much tissue on that it's kind of just
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
To me, it's the adductors. The fact that his adductors go damn near touch down to his kneecaps, it makes his waist not look like there's any taper there.
right.
Somehow, it somehow fucks with that image a little bit.
Yeah. And it almost appears like his torso is shorter than the length of his legs. Like it's like he's so much leg, and then he's got big arms, and then he's got this like stump of a torso. But I mean, that's bodybuilding. Like every year he's 10 pounds bigger. He basically grew from a sliced 212 guy and kept the same conditioning and brought his weight up to like 260 and then won an open pro show. So I just don't think with this deep of a lineup and this many different looking, good looking physiques, I just think he's going to, I think it's going to stand out like a sore thumb in terms of like this not belonging
Yeah.
with the top
Yeah.
group.
I think I've heard
Because
both
even Stu's nasty big, like nasty big and peeled and grainy, but then he's got this crazy, crazy taper and looks like super pretty in a lot of shots. Where like I almost feel like Jewett and Stu are a decent comparison, other than in that area, like in terms of how good looking the physique is. So we'll see.
feel like I've heard both of you guys say it, where it's like the judges can only judge what's in front of them. And there's a thing of being the unicorn, the odd man out. But in this scenario, when the odd man out is almost I don't want to say ugly physique because that's kind of rude to say, but like an uglier physique than Justin Shire or Quentin Beastwood. It's like he's just gonna wind up separating himself. I actually, instead of Stu and Jewett comparing, I almost think the guy Joe, I don't want to mispronounce his name, but Compton's guy and him have a more similar
Mm,
physique.
mm.
Because Joe is like a mass monster freak. His waist isn't very small, and he
Yeah.
looks stumpy, but he looks like he would run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
So,
Just fully blown with muscle. Yeah, that's a good comparison. I just think from the top group, John Jewett will struggle because you have the tall, super muscular guys that also have shape, like Jordan and Quint. And then the guys that are more comparable to him in height, like you think about Shire or Stu, they are also pretty and tapered. And
mhm.
John is not. So it's like he's kind of the worst of both worlds. Again, like not to put the physique down, but
Just a freak.
compared to these other physiques, I just think it's not, it will look out of place. There's a lot of really good bodybuilders here, man. Fuck. Stu has got to feel like, when the fuck is it going to be my turn? Like he's constantly second through fourth at these awesome pro shows, and he looks stellar every time. Like there's never really been a look of his where I'm like, they missed this one. And it just seems like he's always like the bridesmaid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I feel like the Amir and Hutchinson like have such a comparable like kind of like they're just both just detailed to the max with like just such good conditioning. They're both just big guys, and like that's why
Jordan's so much of a more natural poser.
dude, he poses excellently, and that'll be the
That'll be
distinction,
the difference.
and that's
Yeah.
why I had those, like that. But
Yeah, I like it. I
yeah,
wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be disappointed if those are the top two because they're similar structurally. So and again, like ton of muscle, crazy conditioning. So that'd be awesome to see as a final showdown. All right, guys. Anything else? Anything we left out?
I'm excited to see the heavyweight that won USA's show up. He's good.
He is good.
He's a freaky physique, man.
Man, if they ever come out with men's wellness, everybody's in trouble.
He's
That guy's has glutes down to his kneecaps.
absolutely, yeah. He's if he did like an actual wellness pose, they would literally connect halfway down the like three quarters of the way down the femur.
Like his rear relaxed and like rear lat spread are like crazy, dude. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
he
pretty
was
appalled he didn't take the overall for real.
yeah, that kid Chris Knox is good though, dude. And he's been
Pretty,
knocking on the door, no pun intended, for a long time. Like he's been like a perennial top 5 guy at the every pro qualifier that he's done. Like he's bounced around. He's done nationals, North Americans, USA, and he's 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then finally shows up as a super for the first time, and was just as pretty and conditioned as before, but with super heavyweight size and won. So I can get behind it, like because he was in shape too. It's not like the more conditioned, gnarly guy lost to like the out of shape pretty guy. He was in shape too. So
yeah, it's so tough to look at those pics, man. That lighting was just
bro,
Yeah, that background was terrible.
I mean,
to
it
me,
looked like they had a spotlight behind them. It was absolutely abysmal.
bro, why can they not get this right? The muscle contest, that's the promotion, like the Cal Pro, any of these shows that are out on the West Coast, muscle contest, the tans look muddy and it looks like they purposely turned the lights off.
It's like everything was lit besides the physique, like besides the box.
Bro,
I saw one set of pics come out and I was like, that doesn't look very good. And then they kept coming out and I was like, okay, this lighting
these are terrible.
Fucking terrible.
It's wild because the cell phone pictures that I know guys that did the show, the cell phone pictures are good. And then the official pictures come out and guys are posting it. And you're like, I can't really, what am
Everybody
I looking at?
looks
I can't,
soft.
everybody looks like spongy and muddy with their tan. Like what's going on here? It's not like it's a prestigious pro qualifier where you become Mr. USA. Like figure it the fuck out. How is it that there's local shows every week that are better lit and have higher production quality? Like I just did a local show in Florida and they fucking flew Gilco in and had some of the most pristine lighting that I've ever done and that I've ever seen.
That was a great production.
And the Mr. USA can't chalk up the money to figure it the fuck out. That's an embarrassment to bodybuilding.
It's like a $400 entry.
It's an embarrassment. to bodybuilding. They should be ashamed of themselves that we're having this conversation and we'll continue to have it every year. And you know what? As a competitor, I am not putting my guys in there. I completely disregard the USAs, both for myself and for my clients.
I forget it exists. People are like, when's the date of USAs? I'm like, I have no idea. I won't send someone out there.
I disregard it mentally.
Yep,
like I think about it being incredibly prestigious to the guys that win, especially the overall winner. But in terms of sending someone there or showing up to do it, I would love the opportunity to be Mr. USA. That to me is the most prestigious title as an amateur bodybuilder.
More than national champion.
100%.
Okay.
I would get it as a license plate if I won.
Hell yeah.
Right? But it's off the table. Like I would do any other pro qualifier before I did that one.
Seems
so
like
it's yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Hopefully somebody that really cares about bodybuilding and has the pockets to put on a real production eventually buy the show, because it's a complete embarrassment to anyone associated with the muscle contest. And everyone involved in the MPC should be embarrassed that one of their best shows is displayed that way. So that's my rant.
I know that Yoko refuses to go out there.
I wonder why. All right, guys.
Speaking of Jordan Hutchinson, he just posted something, or Chris Tuttle just posted something.
Looks ridiculous.
Yeah. It's peeled out of his face.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. That, and he's probably 10 or 12 pounds heavier than what he was last year, because he does that every year. So, bro, he won the Mr. USA as a heavyweight. And is probably 260 something. There you go, 265. 40 pounds, what, in 3 years?
Was that 22 or 23?
I think it was 23.
So
it might have been 22. Might have been 22.
So,
oh, yeah, it was 22.
Jordan and I started working together in 2019, turning pro at 223, now weighing 265 pounds.
Unbelievable.
So
waist still looks incredible. Never lost his lines, never lost his shape.
He's never been above 14% body fat that whole time.
Incredible. Good for him. Can't wait to see it in person. All right, guys. That's everything.
Oh, yeah.